Hey guys, Scott Fishman here with a great guest. We saw him this past week on an MLW, and it looks like he's in one piece right now. But Josh Bishop, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I came off that big win on Fusion this weekend.
Yeah, with Matthew Justice, take me through just, he's very physical too. You're physical. I mean, you have this rivalry going on. This was kind of a big build up towards this match. Kind of what was going through your head. I mean, take me through the moment, what your thought process was, but also aftermath and how everything panned out afterwards.
We're going to Chicago, MLW, Chicago Street Fight. And that means Falls Count Anywhere Anything Goes, no hold bars. That's right up my alley. I'm the king of hardcore. I'm probably the greatest hardcore wrestler of all time, if we're being honest. And so, obviously, Justice is going to bring it. He's going to hit you with chairs, trash cans, everything he can. And he's going to take high risks. And he took probably too big of a risk, and it didn't pay off for him. But then, luckily for me, I just took him down exit 187, classic Bishop style, though, except this time it was out of the bleachers and got that 1, 2, 3 in the crowd. But it was awesome, honestly. I mean, every time MLW is in Chicago, it is truly one of my favorite places to work. Like the vibe, those Chicago crowds are so hot, and it comes through on the TV pretty well, but it is just electric out there. And after I beat him down 1, 2, 3, I walked my way right back to the ring, make sure I got my poses in right for the camera so everyone could look at me, see how jacked I am, see how sweet I look. And then went back and just celebrated with that winner's purse.
What when we take a look at you're in your 20s, just wrapping up your 20s. I mean, how do you kind of look at when you take risks or when you're thinking about what goes into kind of a match that, when it's going to be physical. I mean, what kind of approach do you take as far as like making sure you take care of yourself and there's a lot of trust that goes into with the person you're working with, but as far as your mindset going into these matches.
My mindset every time is just, well, survive. My mindset, no, actually, truly, my mindset number one is I need to give a moment for the fans. Every match I have is about moments. It's funny that now for years I would say I'm a moment wrestler and I like building moments and having a great moment in a match because I think people believe or they relive the moments the most. They go back and watch a certain moment, not a match, if that makes sense. You remember what moment made you want to be a wrestling fan? What moment made you fall in love with wrestling? What moment made you fall in love with X, not the match per se? And so I always try and think, especially at MLW, like what's the moment of this match going to be? What's the moment? Because I'm truly a moment maker. I create moments everywhere I go. Every company I wrestle for, I've created highlight moments after highlight moments. And so when we're in MLW, it's just, okay, what's the moment going to be? The moment's going to be that I destroy him by take him down to exit 187. I just throw him out of the bleachers.
Um, you talk about legendary Chicago, Philadelphia. I mean, just wrapping up, it seems like MLW is building a lot of momentum right now with these venues, and they're being very smart in the venues that they choose. Of course, this one being a historic one. How do you kind of reflect on the recent tapings?
Um, it was I was kind of thinking about it actually on the bus ride we were just in New York City and then we were in Philadelphia for 2 days at the 2300 Arena, which is where ECW ran, if anybody doesn't know.
Right.
And the ECW Arena, I mean, you see it in the men's bathroom. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, or you've
Got to
seen the
take a
images
photo
of
there
it.
at the urinal area.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, it is kind of funny, but yeah, a little picture, you take a
Did you
pee.
autograph it?
I have signed it, yeah.
Okay.
And I've been there a couple times before, and I was thinking about it on the bus ride we took a bus from New York to Philly about just like, I don't know, it's just something different. Like kind of, the history, like this venue is known for X amount, you know what I mean, for X style of wrestling, for so many legendary moments. Like you try and think of, I hope that I was able to give a couple of good moments to the fans this weekend. They seemed pretty pleased, but you just think there is pressure too to deliver also because you don't want to have you don't want to be a stinker, you don't want to go out there and do bad in a venue that has such history because the pressure is on because think of the legends that have been there, all the greats. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are as a wrestler, someone you were a fan of and you looked up to and you idolized or worshipped or stole from at one point or something in those regards performed at that venue. So every time you're there, it's just like, all right, like, or maybe those spirits are there almost. You know what I mean? I don't know. People believe in spirits or ghosts, or maybe the ghost of New Jack is all across the ECW arena or something.
Right.
I don't know. Watching from the
Yeah.
bleachers.
Yeah, there's something just special. There's an aura that, when you go
Exactly.
into
Yeah.
these, especially when you're a fan and you watched growing up or whatever, and you're seeing these moments and you're being a part of it. It's like pretty mind-blowing, I'm sure, when you're
It
working
was.
the same
And
rings.
the last time I was there, I the last time I was there for MLW was when it was, I think, me and Tom Lawler versus Matthew Justice again, and the one called Manders, second gear crew for a tag title match. I remember that was one of the like I just and it was a no holds barred, and it was just great to be able to just go out there and rip it up and just do the hardcore style at the hardcore, like essentially heaven in regards of. And it was just that was awesome. And then to be able to go back and just be able to do some of the same things, and hopefully the crowd, some people that were there back in the day at ECW and then were there at MLW this weekend said it was one of the best shows they've seen since then. So I mean, obviously I'll take that compliment, like that we
Right.
were able to hopefully like channel some of the aura of ECW. Because
How
so
is
many
it?
people try to, you
Yeah,
know,
for sure. Yeah. And there's a lot of DNA of ECW and a little bit in MLW when you think about its approach to wrestling, especially when as others are kind of becoming more corporate, they've kind of really kind of just zeroed in more on the pro wrestling aspect of it and kind
and I
of
love it. And the
yeah.
violence. MLW just chooses violence, and I love that. That is my favorite thing about MLW is choosing violence.
I think they need that tag. MLW chooses violence.
Yes. Yes.
Um, how is it being a, take me through just what's your thoughts on the independent landscape right now? I think with accessibility being the way it is, but you also have to factor in, I also have to have a social media presence. I also have to think
Mhm.
about my merch nowadays. So kind of
Of
as
course, of
someone who's kind of
course.
working those in that schedule, I mean, talk about what you kind of go through on a typical schedule.
I think it's very interesting because I think the independents are so different and unique than they ever have been because there's so many different avenues to watch everything. And that's one of the things that I like about MLW the most, and I think that makes MLW the best, is that it's on YouTube if you don't have Fusion, but or sorry, if you don't have BN Sports, but MLW is like everybody has YouTube, so it's so easily accessible. Not everyone might have a certain network that some of these independents try to go on or put themselves behind a crazy paywall. But MLW is right there. Boom, here you go. Here's some of the best wrestling in the world. Bang, like that, every Saturday, 6 o'clock. And then you're ready to rock and roll. And that's one of the best things about it because yeah, you'll go to an independent and you might like someone at your gym or something might be like, "Oh, hey, where was that match at this weekend?" You'd be like, "Oh, well, actually, hey, I want to see that match you talked about this weekend." It's like, "Oh, well, actually, you got to go to this website, set up this account, pay $8, pay $15." You know what I mean? And it's like you're
Mhm.
already not. I'm interested. I'm out. You know what I mean? I already got enough subscriptions.
Right.
So it's just great to have MLW's production is just off the wall. I mean, it's such a great like product overall, and then it's just great to be able to use that, and then like for me to showcase myself and be able to showcase what I can do on a platform like that is super awesome. I'm super grateful for that. And then yeah, of course, like I have new merch coming out that they'll be great to use that I'm going to be able to promote because I have a new audience, but and things like that. And then it's very nice because there are other companies that I work for on YouTube as well. So it's very nice that when it's just a YouTube, like bang, it's accessible, people watch it. Like it's so nice. Like it's so money.
You've you've worked all over. I mean, ACW. You worked JC, the Juggalos,
I'm the king of the
JCW.
juggalos, baby, right there. There's a juggalo title
Yeah.
right there. You're talking to the king of the clowns.
Anyone from any of the other companies that you would want to see in MLW that think would be a great fit that you haven't seen yet?
Um, a guy that I would love if Joe Alonzo and Dominic Ruiz came to MLW. I'm with them at AAW in Chicago. We're a little crew together. I just think they are hilarious
Joe Alonzo, I
together.
think I remember from NWA, I believe,
Yes, of
at
course.
one
Yes,
point. Yeah, he
yes.
was great in
And
that. Yeah.
then let's see, who else? I would love to see. Wes Barkley and MLW in some regards, if that was possible. We used to tag back in the day, and now we kind of just do our own singles things. But I would still love to see him in some regards in MLW for
Okay.
sure.
I think what's great about MLW too is we have the emerging talent, young stars, but also veterans too. Ones you've worked with,
Yeah.
Donovan Dijak comes to mind, Bishop Dyer.
Uh-huh.
What have you, Killer Cross? What have you kind of taken from those guys, in that locker room?
Mm, I don't want to peel back the curtain too much, but it is awesome to be able to work with these guys and learn from them because I feel like I'm at a place where I need some veteran leadership like this. Like the Good Brothers, I'm so grateful for guys at MLW as well that helped me out in so many regards. Like the Good Brothers are, I couldn't even thank them enough, honestly. They mean the world to me. Like they helped me out in so many different regards, like just from breaking down so many different aspects of wrestling because it goes into more than just the matches. Like it's all about everything is about like being a star. And that's what's great about like guys like Bishop Dyer and Dijak. And they kind of help teach me like, hey, how to be a big guy because I mean I am a big guy, but I don't like they are helping me get my presence across more and just show more of just how to have a mean streak and just things like that. And I'm extremely grateful for that because not you don't have to help everybody out. And so I'm grateful for their time. I'm grateful for the opportunities. I mean, Cross, I love beating him up. I can't wait to continue to beat him up.
Right.
I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities to continue to beat him up because every time I beat him up, I learn something from him. So it's like, all right, I'll keep punching you in the face and stealing these little secrets and put them in my tool belt. Because I feel like
Yeah.
every time you work with like a person that's better than you gain a little something for your tool belt. And I feel like the bigger your tool belt is, the better of a wrestler you are overall. So I want to have the biggest tool belt possible. That's why I love being able to go to MLW and let me learn. Like, come on. Who wants to teach? Because I'd love to learn. Please, I understand that I'm not the best. And even though I'll say I am the best in the world, of course, because in my mind I am the best. Let's be honest. I mean, look at me. No one looks like me. No one talks like me. No one's as sweet as me. No one's as charismatic. No one can destroy people like me. But I know it's a long way to the top and it's a marathon, not a sprint. So that's why I love MLW because I mean, it's just, I mean, it's the pros, really. It is. And it's just teaching you how to be an absolute pro. And I'm grateful for that.
That and they're continuing to build partnerships too, because it was just
Yes.
announced their weekly show Fusion's now going to be on New Japan World. You talk about
Yes.
accessibility, June 22nd. So who knows what can come with that? Partnership with CML. Maybe you get a chance to work through
Hmm.
representing MLW in Japan. So
I'd love to. I would
a lot
love
of
to. I love
possibilities.
repping the MLW flag. I love what Court Bauer's got cooking up. So anything he needs me to do, if he just needs to send in Bishop to just destroy people. If you want me to go to that CMLL court and destroy everyone, I will. I'll bring you back as many titles and Lucha Mass as you want. You want me to go to Japan and destroy everyone? I will. I'll bring back 20,000 Rivera jackets and 20,000 titles for you.
Gotta love a Rivera jacket. That's
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
rite of
Whatever you
passage.
need. Yeah, whatever you need, Court. Just
um,
let me know.
what are you what do you want to tell audiences as we see you on MLW television? What can we look out for? I mean,
Get if you've never seen me and you're new to the intense icon Josh Bishop, be sure to stay tuned for some moments that you've never seen before. Unprecedented moments. These matches will be off the charts. It'll be matches like you've never seen before. The violence will be at an all-time high. The intensity will be at an all-time high. And I just can't wait. I mean, I love causing destruction. I love causing chaos. I love just destroying my opponents into oblivion. But I also love winning titles. So that's why I'm trying to win every title. The Southern title, I'm coming for it. I might become the tag team champion by just myself, honestly. It might just be me, myself, and I in a trios and go out there. And then
very nice.
Cross, your days might be numbered as the
All right,
heavyweight
well,
champion.
a lot of big plans. I mean, after that big win, so
Exactly. I'm feeling
sky's the
fired
limit
up.
now.
I'm on cloud nine. No one can stop me.
About for fans who want to follow you on social media and everything, what do you want to tell them?
Follow me online at Josh Bishop 187.
Awesome. And then MLW has more events coming up. Charleston, South Carolina is now a home of
Absolutely.
theirs, September the 12th. Chicago again, November the 7th. And then weekly, like you mentioned on YouTube, 6:05. I love that time frame if you're
It's
a wrestling
awesome.
fan.
Of
Just
course.
that's a destination right there. And then be in sports later on. And then, so many other ways. Live Nation Veeps. I mean, just so many ways to see MLW these days. Josh, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. It was
Of
great
course,
talking to you.
absolutely. Thank
All
you for
right,
having
take
me. I
care.
really appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.